Hello everyone, welcome to CSC Core Concepts. I am Dr. Sonali and let us get continued with our DFA examples. So earlier I have discussed about two parts. In part 1 and part 2 I have discussed some of the solved examples. So let us solve some more DFA examples. So first example is that draw DFA for a language which accepts strings ending with 01 over input alphabets, right? So for this, what will be our language set? First of all, let us define it. We always start with the lowest possible, ending with 01. So I can have 01. But before this 01, I can have any number of zeros or any number of ones, right? So I can have your 001 also. I can have 101 also, 0101 also. Okay, so I can have this way many types of data. Now I have to create a DFA. Let us get started with the first one. So this is my initial state. Okay, so let us make the DFA for the lowest possible case, that is 0. So if I give 0, I will go to state Q1, and from Q1 if I input 1, I will go to the final state, that is my Q2, right? Now, after this 0, 1, nothing should be there, right? It should not be there. 1 or 0 should not be there because this is how your string should end. So, Q0, if the 0 is there, I will go to state Q1, fine. What if 1 is there? Yes, I will remain in this state. 1 is acceptable, 101 is there, but I will remain in this state. Similarly, in this Q1, if 1 is there, I will go to final state. But if 0 is there, I will remain in this state only. Okay, 0. So let us say, for example, 001. So with the first 0, you go to Q1. With the second 0, you remain in Q1. And with the 1, you go to the final state. All fine up to now. Now, if I am getting a Q2, after Q2, if I get a 0, what will I do? I will go back to Q1 state. And after Q2, if I am getting a 1, I will go back to my Q0 state. Okay, so how will it look like? First initial state is Q0. If I have 0 input, I go to Q1 state. If I have 1 input, I will remain in Q0. Here also, if I have 1 input, I will go to my final state. Okay, but if I have a 0 input, I will remain in this state. And here, if I am getting a 0, I will come back to this state. And if I am getting a 1, I will come back to this state. Next, draw DFA for the language accepting strings with 00. Okay, it should accept strings ending with 00. Okay, so string should end with 00 means what? 00. Okay, 100, 000, 1100. So before 00, I can have any number of zeros and ones. So let us create our DFA starting with Q0. So first I will put a 0, I will go to the next state Q1. Then again if I put a 0, I will go to the next state Q2, which is my accepting state. But if I get a 1, so I will remain over here only, right? If I get a 1, I will remain here, or should I go here? That is my question, because my string should end with 0 and 0. Understood? It should not get disturbed, right? So if I am getting a 1, I can go back over here because 010 is not allowed. 100 is allowed. Okay. Then if I am getting after Q2, if I am getting a 0, I will remain in this state only. Not a problem, right? Because it should end with 0. But if I am getting a 1, I will go back to the Q0 state. Next, draw DFA for the language accepting strings with 011 over this. So it should end with 011. Okay, so ending with 011, my language will be what? Let us start with 011. Then before 011, I can have any number of zeros and any number of ones. Okay, like this. So let us get started. So first I have Q0. So it will be 0, 1. I will go to the next state and 1. Okay, I will go to the final state. Up to here it's good. But since it is DFA, I will have to complete it. So if I get a 1, I can have any number of ones before 0 with 1, 1. If I get a 0, I will remain. I can have any number of zeros. That is also possible. Right. Now in state Q2, if I get a 0, I cannot break this 1, 1. Right. So I will have to go to the previous state if I have a 0. Okay, and 1 is here, fine. But after Q2, if I have 0, then again I will come back to the state Q1. Okay, I will have to come back to state Q1, and if I get a 1, I will go to the state Q2. Not a problem. Okay, I can go to Q0. Okay, even if I am getting a 1, I may remain here also because yeah, because 0, 1, 1. Okay, so if I have 3 ones, is it acceptable? No, it is not acceptable. Understood? So I will have to go to this initial state. Next, draw DFA for the language accepting strings that start with 0, 1. Okay, so when they are starting with 0, 1, let us say I will start with 0, 1, 0, 1. So after 0, 1, I can have any number of zeros and any number of ones. Okay, like this. So let us start Q0. Okay, so 0 and 1. Sorry, Q1 and 1. This is Q2 is my accepting state. Now if I get a 1 here, it should not, right? So it is not at all allowed. So I will go to a dead state, that is Q3. So once I reach the dead state, whatever 1 or 0 I give does not matter. Now in Q0 also, Q1 also, if I am getting 0, 1, okay. If I am getting 0, I may go to this state because I will not go to the previous state. Why will I not go to the previous state? Because my string, this 0 and 1 should not break. Understood? So if 0, 1, 0 I want, okay. So 0, 1, 0. After 0, 1, 0, I can have any number of zeros and ones. That is fine. Fine. But in Q1, if I am getting a 0, that is 0, 0, 1, it is not acceptable. Okay, 0, 0, 1 is not acceptable. So that is why I will have to go to the dead state. 0, 0, 1 is not acceptable. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, whatever. Right? These are all acceptable. Next, draw DFA for the language accepting binary number strings over input alphabets. So binary number strings over input alphabets means number is even, binary number, even binary numbers. So number is even when it ends with 0. So L is 0 is accepted, 1 0 is accepted, means in short your string should end with 0, right? It is accepted. So how will you do this? How will you draw this? You have a Q1. So the minimum possible is 0. You go to the, this is Q0. This is my Q1. You go to the accepting state. Now ending with 0. Okay. But beginning can be anything. So 1, 0 is acceptable. But you will remain in this state. Okay. Now what if you have 0 over here? Yes, it is acceptable. But if you have 1, you will come back to this state. Okay, so this is about our some more DFA solved examples. Please solve them on your own and do write me in the comment section whether you solved it or not. Okay, thank you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. More of this is coming in my upcoming videos. We will solve NFA. We will see what is NFA, non-deterministic finite automata, along with some solved examples. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel.